House Majority Whip Representative James Clyburn remembered his friend, the late Representative John Lewis, on Sunday, saying President Trump should take up legislation in his honor. The South Carolina Democrat said the president could sign House Democrats' legislation to reauthorize the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which was partly struck down by the Supreme Court in Shelby Holder in 2013. House Democrats' bill would require states with a history of racial discrimination to get prior approval from the Justice Department before passing and implementing voting laws and standards. Republicans have charged the bill as unconstitutional and takes away states' rights. Clyburn told CNN's State of the Union, "Let's go to work and pass that bill. If the president were to sign that, then I think that's what we would do to honor John. Words may be powerful but deeds are lasting." Lewis passed away Friday at the age of 80 from pancreatic cancer. He served in Congress for more than 3 decades, representing Georgia's 5th congressional district. He was a civil rights legend, having championed change through peace alongside Martin Luther King. Representative Ayanna Pressley, Massachusetts Democrat, was the first African American woman elected to represent her district. She's a new member of Congress and a progressive member of the so-called Squad, alongside New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar. She told CNN she wouldn't be where she is today if it wasn't for the movement and change for equality Lewis sparked, but she took time to criticize the president, suggesting his policies are racist and his rhetoric only divides Americans. She said, adding the Trump administration shouldn't gut Obama-era fair housing rules. There would be no Ayanna Pressley and countless others were it not for John Lewis, the conscience and the compass of our Congress, but, I could argue, for our nation. And it is especially painful to lose a justice seeker and a man with the moral clarity of John Lewis, against the backdrop at a new moment of racial reckoning in this country. When you see police states like what's happening in Portland, unrest all around us, voter intimidation and suppression tactics. It is especially acute and painful to be losing him. The president, meanwhile, took to Twitter in a brief tweet on Saturday following the news of Lewis' passing. The president said, "Saddened to hear the news of civil rights hero John Lewis passing. Melania and I send our prayers to he and his family." The tweet, though, wasn't what was needed, Ms. Pressley said. "At this point, we don't need anybody's sympathies or tweets. What we need is action." Pressley added, "If you really want to honor the life of John Lewis, you don't do things like gut the fair housing laws. You don't sow the seeds of division. And you don't delay bringing the Voting Rights Advancement Act, named after John Lewis, to the floor. And that should be brought to the floor immediately."